And welcome back, everybody. Brad Radisi here, and it's time for our Bulldog Conversation. I'm joined by a very special guest, Dr. Jennifer Rahn of our Geography Department here at Samford University. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Brad.
Well, I know you guys in Jan term have an exciting trip coming up. You're going to escape a lot of this cold weather, aren't you?
Yes, we're going to the Caribbean, and the students will learn some science and also learn how to scuba dive.
Tell me a little bit about exactly what you guys do. I know it's just an amazing experience for these students.
Yeah, we spend 2 weeks down on the small Dutch island of Saba, which is near St. Martin, and the students learn to dive and get 2 other diving certifications, including a research certification, and this year we'll be working on a project looking at coral nurseries.
Good deal. Explain that a little bit in terms of what exactly you guys are working on with those nurseries. You were explaining it to me earlier, and it just seems fascinating.
Yeah, so corals sometimes break off and tumble around on the bottom of the coral reef, and we pick up those little pieces and we hang them on these PVC trees by little pieces of string, and we let them grow for about a year, and you have to clean them and maintain them throughout the year. So our Samford students are going to help develop the maintenance program for these coral trees.
What are some things that when you do come back and you've spent some time down there in the Caribbean that you hope they learn and take away from this trip?
Well, it's all about experiential learning. So they're not only learning about underwater and the ocean and coral reef environments, we're also hiking through rainforests. We're on the islands of volcanoes, so we're learning about volcanoes. So they're learning a whole bunch of different things about the earth, and we do a couple different projects on the island while we're there.
I know there's a lot of work down there, but I'm sure overall it's just a lot of fun too to be able to experience something like that on what's a very small island.
Yeah, the island's only 5 square miles, and there's only about 2,000 people.
Right.
And I've been going there for a while, so I know a lot of people on the island. So it's one of my students said to me last semester that it's not like a normal tourist trip because they're my friends, and they're getting a whole different experience by being friends of someone who knows so many people on the island.
And it's such an amazing trip. I always see information about it around campus. How long have you been taking students down to the Caribbean?
This will be our 6th year. Sometimes we do twice a year. I always do it in Jan term, and sometimes we also have a summer trip.
It's pretty cool. If anybody's interested, how do they just contact you directly?
They can contact me directly or go through the Global Engagement Office, our International Study Abroad program, and they first need to fill out the forms there to be able to go on the trip, but they can always contact me as well.
And I know you've been here at Samford for 9 years, and I want to mention that you are one of 4 U.S. educators honored with the Higher Education Teaching Award from the National Council for Geographic Education. Congratulations, 1 of 4 in the United States. That's incredible.
Thank you so much, Brad. It was a delight and a surprise for me. I was nominated by my peers, and it was just a really special award to receive.
When you get a phone call like that or an email or something in the mail notifying that you've won, what goes through your mind?
Well, just very humbled, but also you feel like very appreciated, because a lot of times you're teaching for 9 years and most students don't come up to you and thank you right away. Maybe later
Right.
they're like, yeah, I learned a lot. But so this was just a really nice affirmation that I'm doing a good job at Samford.
What do you enjoy most about being in the classroom and educating our students?
Well, I love teaching at Samford because the classes are relatively small. My big lab classes are about 25 students, and we do a lot of hands-on exercises, and I get to know the students personally and work with them, and they can ask me questions on a one-to-one basis, which is really nice and helps both of us learn more about the science that I'm teaching.
Well, congratulations again on that big honor, and of course, good luck down in the Caribbean. I know you guys are going to have probably some amazing weather while we are freezing here back in Birmingham. Dr. Jennifer Rahn joining us here for the Bulldog Conversation. Folks, more action coming up right after this. You're listening to the Alabama Power Halftime Show right here on the Samford Sports Network.